InkDifferent Studio. Pick up your brush today.
Welcome to the InkDifferent Studio. This is Fiona. I would like to also welcome you to our Chinese calligraphy course, a captivating journey into one of the most ancient and respected forms of artistic expression. Chinese calligraphy is not just an art. It is profound cultural heritage, recognized globally for its artistic and historical value. This course will offer you an opportunity to delve into the elegance and depth of Chinese calligraphy, exploring its unique blend of written language and visual art. But this is not all. Chinese calligraphy is renowned for its therapeutic benefits, enhancing calmness, reducing stress, and improving mindfulness through the rhythmic motion in brush movements. These benefits make it not only a cultural exploration, but also a practice in mindfulness and personal tranquility. Our course will feature the classic Chinese text, the 1,000-character classic, 千字文. This text is not only a cornerstone for Chinese calligraphy training, but also a rich source of history and philosophy, making it perfect for both beginners and seasoned enthusiasts. The 千字文, translated as the 1,000-character classic, is a unique Chinese poem used as the premier for teaching Chinese characters to children. It is renowned for its ingenious composition, wherein none of its 1,000 characters are repeated. Composed by Zhou Xingsi during the Southern and Northern Dynasty, around the 6th century, the text is not just a linguistic tool, but also a collection of moral and philosophical teachings. The 1,000-character classic has been used traditionally in Confucian teaching, providing a fundamental literacy resource that also encapsulates essential elements of Chinese culture and wisdom. Each line consists of 4 characters, with the lines grouped into sections for easier memorization. The content covers a wide range of topics, from the basics of the cosmos and the natural world to the principles of human conduct as the fundamental of statecraft. This text not only helps in learning Chinese characters, but also in appreciating the depth and breadth of Chinese literary tradition and cultural values. It has been an important educational text in China and other Eastern Asian countries, influenced by classical Chinese culture. Join us as we trace the strokes of history and artistry in our journey. Whether you're looking to broaden your artistic skills or immerse yourself in cultural heritage, this course promises to be both educational and enriching. Also, do not forget to follow this channel for our regular course updates. To create a comfortable and relaxing environment for our course, start by ensuring the room is quiet, with good lighting, a stable table, and comfortable chairs. Change into comfortable clothing and lay out the equipment, which I will introduce you shortly. The brush requirements can vary depending on the script. For both seal and clerical scripts, the best brushes are those with soft bristles that hold a gorgeous amount of ink, making gold hair brushes an ideal choice. However, for regular script, the same type of brushes used for seal and clerical scripts may be challenging for beginners because they are too soft. Writing certain strokes that require bursts of strength will demand significant practice. For regular script, we need a brush with a stronger core while still capable of holding a good amount of ink. Therefore, for regular practice, a mixed hairbrush featuring weasel hair at the core and goat hair around it will be preferable. For writing very small characters, pure weasel hair brushes are the best option. As for running and cursive scripts, a brush with a relatively long head is ideal. This allows the brush head to move freely on the paper, enabling smooth, flowing lines. A mixed hairbrush can still be an easier option for beginners. If you are a complete beginner and don't wish to invest too much in brushes, I recommend this well-balanced, price-friendly brush set available in my shop, which can satisfy most of your needs, especially seal, clerical, and regular scripts. If you specifically prefer practicing running and cursive scripts, this other brush set will also work nicely. You can simply scan the QR codes on the screen. However, if you have specific preferences, feel free to contact me directly for personalized recommendations. I'll be happy to help. That said, I sincerely need to emphasize the importance of brush quality. I wholeheartedly recommend investing in good quality brushes, as the selection of brush hair, material, and the treatment of the brush handles are critical factors that can make a significant difference in the brush's performance and ease of use. Using poor quality brushes from the beginning may lead to the development of bad habits, which could hinder your progress later on. For calligraphy practice, brushes are your most essential tools, even more important than the papers you will use. On the screen, you will see a list of the necessary supplies. Please make sure to prepare them accordingly so we can begin our calligraphy journey. Also, feel free to scan the QR code to visit my site, where you will find a thoughtfully curated section of art supplies, books, and other valuable resources. Explore everything you need to enhance your artistic journey.
Today, we're going to continue with the learning and writing of the 1,000-character classic. What are the new characters of today? Let's go find out. The character I, meaning love, first appeared in the Warring States period on vessels and seals. This character is composed of qian, or ji, and xin, meaning heart. Both qian and ji represent a person seated upright with an open mouth. Qian has the mouth facing left, while ji has it facing right. This figure with an open mouth is depicted placing the right hand on their heart, symbolizing openly expressing feelings of affection from the heart. This combination of elements makes I an ideographic character representing love. The small seal script preserved the structure from the bronze script, but qian was replaced with ji. After Emperor Qin Shi Huang unified the 6 states and standardized the script, the small seal script of I included an additional downward footstroke at the base to indicate that love involves an action or behavior, which inadvertently made the character more complex. In Oracle Bone script, the character yu, to nurture or to raise, is composed of ren, person, referring to a woman, and an inverted zi, meaning child, symbolizing a newborn baby, representing a woman giving birth. In some Oracle Bone script forms, nu, woman, replaces ren, person, clearly indicating the original meaning of a pregnant woman giving birth. The bronze script inherited the Oracle Bone script form and added 3 dots to the head of zi to represent the amniotic fluid during childbirth. A variant of the seal script form includes a head-down baby and rou, meaning flesh, symbolizing the process of giving birth and nourishing, indicating raising a child to grow up. In clerical script, the rou component was simplified to yue. In Oracle Bone script, the character li is composed of he, meaning grain, symbolizing crops with drooping ears, and dao, meaning knife, symbolizing harvesting. The original meaning of the character is to harvest crops. In bronze script, the shape of the drooping crop was modified. In seal script, he was further altered into shu, millet, and dao was changed into wu. Millet is a staple food for ancient people, and those who lived off millet were the common people or the masses. Li also means black or dark. In this context, it signifies the masses or the populace. The character shou, meaning head, first appeared in Oracle Bone script, where it resembles the shape of a human head. In Oracle Bone divination, shou is often seen in phrases that means head illness, indicating that shou frequently retained the original meaning of head. In Western Zhou bronze script and Western Zhou texts, the character shou is also commonly seen and used with its original meaning. The early Western Zhou bronze script form of shou is similar to the Oracle bone script form, with a strong pictographic quality. By the late Western Zhou period, the form of shou in bronze script had become closer to the Qin dynasty's small seal script and later small seal forms. The regular script form of shou developed based on the ancient and modern clerical script forms of the Han dynasty. In summary, ai. This character means to love or to care for. In the context of governance, it refers to the ruler's love and compassion for the people. This implies a benevolent and caring attitude, emphasizing that a good ruler should have genuine concern for the well-being of those under their care. Yu. This character means to nurture or to raise. Combined with ai, it implies that the ruler should not only feel compassion for the people, but also actively support their growth and welfare, much like a parent nurtures a child. This concept ties to the Confucian ideal of the ruler as a parent figure to the people, guiding them toward prosperity and moral development. Li shou. This term collectively refers to the common people. Li means black or dark, and in this context, it signifies the masses or the populace. Shou means head or leader, but when combined with li, it creates a phrase that metaphorically represents the heads of the people or the ordinary people, common folk. In ancient China, li shou was used as a respectful way to refer to the general populace. In 爱育黎首, the phrase encapsulates the idea that the ruler should love and nurture the common people. This is a fundamental principle of Confucian governance, where the ruler's duty is to care for the populace as one would for one's own family, ensuring their well-being, prosperity, and moral development. The concept of 爱育黎首 aligns with Confucian ideals of benevolence, 仁, and responsibility, underscoring that the ruler's legitimacy is rooted in their compassionate treatment of the people. Through loving and nurturing the people, the ruler creates a stable and harmonious society. Now, let's explore how these characters are written in the three scripts. I'll start by practicing with you on the water writing cloth, and then I'll demonstrate using ink and raw rice paper.
As we wrap up our session, I hope you found it enjoyable and insightful. If you have any questions, comments, or simply want to share your thoughts, don't hesitate to leave me a message. If you find this session informative, please remember to give me a thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on our future sessions. Discover, learn, and create with us as we bring the best of Chinese culture to the world. Join us at InkDifferent Studio, where art meets heritage. Thank you so much for joining us, and until next time.
For more information, check us out at inkdifferentstudio.com.